Madam Chair, we're live.
Thank you. Today is March 10th, 2026, and the time is 5:31 p.m. I'm calling to order the Baldwin Park Stakeholders Oversight Committee regular meeting. Pastor Jackson is not with us today, so is there anyone else that would like to lead us in the invocation? Okay, I will just say some brief words, and I know I will not do him justice, but Lord, please give us the wherewithal, the knowledge and the faith to continue to guide and lead our city to thrive. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, if I can get everyone to please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Chief, Deputy City Clerk Quinones, can I please get a roll call?
Yes, Madam Chair. Chair Lara,
Here.
Vice Chair Jackson, Member Hernandez,
Here.
Member Marta Cárcamo,
Here.
Member Orozco,
Here.
Member Nguyen. Let the record reflect Pastor Jackson and Member Nguyen is not here. We have quorum.
Thank you. I don't believe we have any proclamations or commendations, correct? Okay, so we will move on to public communication. At this moment, we will open public communications. Chief Deputy City Clerk Quinones, is there anyone looking to speak?
We haven't received any cards.
Okay, at this moment, I'll invite anybody to speak that wishes to do so. If you can please state your name.
Juan Rios, resident. I was looking over the budget for the past couple of years. And one of the things I've noticed that we only have spent in the community for the youth and for the community 1% of what we have spent. Everything else has been going to public works and going to the police department, which there's not a big problem. But like the last council meeting that Mr. Tuttle attended, is that we're lending the city for certain amount of money and we're not paying you guys are not paying no interest. That's $500,000 that we're just giving out on interest. So it's something we have to look at, No matter what you guys decide, the city council, if it's right or wrong, they're gonna go their way, And that's one of the things you have to be aware of, Because people are already talking, why do we have a committee if the committee doesn't have the power to say yes or no? The last, I think over a month ago, one of your committee's members argued for almost 45 minutes that we shouldn't do certain things. And I was very proud of that person because she put it down to the line. In other words, you're making us vote on something that we're not approving. And it's we have to look out and what are we looking at? The sports complex, when is it going to be done? When are they going to get the school to hand over the property? When are they going to make a deal? We're not making no deals with the school because of their interest on what they do over the weekends. They sell out and they rent the fields. I don't know how much they got. We already put a request to find out from them. So, like I said, you know, fine and dandy, we talk about it, but in the long run, let's make a decision. Give you guys the power to say yes or no. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing as no one else is looking to speak, we will move to close public communications. And now we will move on to new business. Item number 1, SOC meeting minutes of January 13th, 2026. Are there any questions regarding this item or comments? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of January 13th, 2026?
I will make a motion to approve the minutes for January 13, 2026.
I second. I second.
I have a first and a second. Member Hernandez,
Yes.
Member Marta Carcamo,
Yes.
Member Orozco,
Yes.
Chair Lara,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to item 2, Measure BP Sales Tax Financial Update.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You should have in front of you as item number 2, the financial update. Rose Tam, our finance director, is unavailable to attend this evening. She is working to complete some pressing reports that are due very soon, not only for the city agenda, but also for the federal government. So you have the report in front of you. Are there any specific questions? All of the numbers are present and in front of you. And if there are any questions that I am not able to respond to, Shirley will take the item down and our finance director will respond. But the fiscal year 25-26 end of the year budget numbers are right on the bottom right-hand corner, $6,955,000 and $914. A lot of zeros there. 6.96, 955, 914. That is the total amount. But any questions, comments, or concerns? There's also page 2, 3, and 4. So please take your time and take a look at that.
Just a clarifying question, when we're seeing each line item of the expenditure, and then we see available balance as that money is being accessed, it is being
Yes.
deducted. Thank you.
Yes. It is being
Okay.
deducted. We are not seeing the progress as maybe we would like to see on some of the projects, but nevertheless, we are making some progress. And also later on in the agenda, we are asking for a reappropriation and an additional appropriation. So we will get to that in a few minutes. But in regards to this, yes.
One more, Manny.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then some of these we may see over time because it's not a lump sum that's being paid. It's more like a monthly.
A reoccurring expenditure.
Sure. Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'll give you a perfect example. Morgan Park improvements. Amount spent is 0, but we do have a $1 million allocation, and that's the item that we will bring up. And then another one, just as another example, item number 12, community service officer. We do have an allocation, and we are going to be moving forward with all of those items. And the available balance is in the far right-hand corner, available balance, and you could go all the way down. Community empowerment grants, number 11, those have been exhausted, as well as any others that have a 0 amount.
I don't know if this is appropriate now or would be under later in the meeting under staff requests or committee requests, but for item number 14, I just noticed that we haven't really put a dent in that, what was allocated.
We will take a closer look into that. We did receive funds from the supervisor's office. That was a unique funding opportunity. The supervisor provided 50,000 right off the bat. It's usually spend the money that then get reimbursed. This time they just provided us a $50,000 check. So we are probably working our way down, and Maria could add any additional information if I missed anything.
No, we're utilizing those funds first since they do have a sunset date on them.
Okay. But as far as, and please be mindful that sometimes I'm in my own little world because I'm so stressed about work, but is that something that our community still knows is available?
Yes, we continue to advertise on our social media as well as having the flyers at the facilities.
Okay.
In addition, we just had a Know Your Rights workshop, which paid for this, and we're looking into other services to provide to the community to be able to educate them on this particular subject.
Okay, thank you.
In addition, the supervisor, the chair, Hilda L. Solis, has a program similar to this, and we have been promoting her program as well.
Anyone else? Okay. Seeing as there's no more questions, we'll move on to item number 3, selection and approval of revised Measure BP, Stakeholders Oversight Committee logo design.
Okay, Madam Chair, I'm not sure if we have this on the screen. David, do you mind bringing up the PowerPoint for the logos? David or Charles? If not, everyone has theirs in front of them. We have an A and a B. The A has a check mark, as I believe one of our stakeholder members asked, and then we have a B logo, which is SOC in the middle, minus the check mark. On A, we have the hub. So the O is a little bit more like a hub. It's integrated into the hub. So is there a preference of which one you would like? I think we've captured all of the comments that you folks had mentioned to us at the last meeting, which was several meetings ago. This logo will be utilized to promote Measure BP, the great work that you folks are doing. It will be in all the promotional material, flyers, social media posting, things of that nature. Investing in a better tomorrow. That is the tagline. We definitely feel that we are going to have a much brighter tomorrow with this funding, with this funding source, and with your great work. It takes a significant team, a big team, to make the changes that we are making. We just had the Baldwin Park Greenway open up a few weeks ago, and I'm not sure if any of you were able to make it, but it was fabulous. We had Channel 4 News, Channel 7, San Gabriel Valley Tribune, and multiple other sites and news outlets covering it. But is there a motion for A or B, or are there any recommendations? Anyone have a preference?
I like both of them, to tell you the truth. I like both of them.
I like both of them
I like
too.
the check mark too.
I think you asked for the check mark, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You got the hub, you got the wheel hub integrated into the logo, or you have the B version, which is a little bit more cleaner, and the SOC in the middle.
Sorry, under B.
I was just gonna say that I'm like, I know we were looking at so many last time, but I would hate to change it again, but the B with the check mark, right? It just looks better because I feel like the O gets lost,
But
the
does it look
wheel.
clean?
Uh-huh.
Very good. So if I'm hearing correctly, you would like to add the check mark on B.
Yes. And if,
Okay,
and if
so
we could do that, we could do a motion to approve it once
perfect.
you just do that.
Yes.
Can we do the motion?
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Okay, so can I get a motion to select and approve option B with the check mark?
I,
You'll second it?
yes,
Okay.
Wait, who's my first?
So you have to do a
Uh-uh.
motion.
I'll be the first.
Okay, then who seconds?
I'll second it.
Okay.
I have a first and a second. Member Hernandez,
Yes.
member Marta Carcamo.
Yes.
Member Orozco,
Yes.
Chair Lara,
Yes,
motion passes.
thank you. I know.
Very, very good. David, do we have the logos by any chance that you could? Okay, so let's just go back to the logos for the benefit of the community. Next slide, please. No, that is, okay. So then David, Charles, or Porsche, we do not have the logos.
We've received only two PowerPoints, item 14, or item 4 and item 5.
Okay, very good.
If it's the same as the previous one, I do have the previous one from last
Would
meeting.
you please show that one then?
Sure, will do.
Just so we could have it on the record. Okay, there we go. So it looks like we are going
D,
with D.
yes, how funny, we get less out of
So option number D, investing in a better tomorrow.
The only difference is the
letter.
font and everything. So
Yes, the font is slightly different
So
and the font is one line. Is that active? And the font is similar to F. The font, when I mean the font, it is investing in a better tomorrow. D, the logo is D with font F on the bottom. That was it.
I emailed them the one with this one.
it is.
That way, because we need to reflect what the staff report has. So I'm gonna have him pull this one.
Okay.
yeah, so it will be B,
Got it?
but with a check mark.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
I just
So-
sent it.
So then we could move on to the next item, item number 4. Okay, want to show it? Okay.
Yes, and if I can just interject really quickly, if the record can show that Pastor Jackson has now joined us.
Yes, Madam Chair. Pastor Jackson.
Shirley, for clarification, was the team going to show the? Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Manny, hang tight. We're getting the project.
No
done.
worries. Thank you, David. Like to also acknowledge the great work of our IT department. Lots of moving pieces. Okay, there it is. Bingo. Thank you very much. And it looks like we have selected logo B with the check mark. Logo B with the check mark. So for the community's F for the community's information as well as the members in the audience. I think it's has a slight influence of the city logo as well as maybe a Ram and Chargers fan. So all right. So we'll go on to the next presentation. Thank you, David.
Yes, we're moving on to item number 4, request for reappropriation of $1 million from Morgan Park improvements to Ana Montenegro Park project.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair. I will provide a brief presentation. David, thank you very much. Okay, this is the first slide, and I will go ahead. And today we're requesting SOC's consideration. Oops. Consideration of a reappropriation of $1 million in previously allocated Measure BP funds. These funds were originally designated for Morgan Park Improvements Project about probably 18 months ago. The proposal would redirect the funds to Ana Montenegro Park to support construction activities. The amount includes an additional, so this is an additional of the reappropriation of $430,000 for construction contingency to address potential unforeseen conditions during construction. We are seeking the committee's review and recommendations regarding this reappropriation. Also, as a reminder, we had an additional $800,000 in this account that we reappropriated to the sidewalk project. So that's how we are accomplishing the sidewalk project, and those funds were CDBG. I'd also like to share the final design of the Ana Montenegro Park. The late Ana Montenegro served as Baldwin Park City Treasurer for over 2 decades with a high school and was a high school Spanish teacher and strong advocate for the arts, culture, and youth education. The park honors her legacy with the design elements like papel picado, patterns, and talavera tile inspired textures, celebrating her commitment to community culture and public service. Key features include numerous items, 5 through 12, custom play structure, colorful rubber play surfacing, Spanish-style restroom, butterfly shades over the playground, drought-tolerant landscape with bioswales, lighting, surveillance system, bike repair station, a little bit of everything. So next slide, please. And this is a visual of what it's going to look like. Highlights of the park balances fun, safety, and cultural storytelling. And once again, like to highlight that we do have a surveillance system of covering all angles of the park that will be patched in to the police department. So it's beautiful. That is going to be one of the entryways to the city, and it really is a public art piece. Next slide, please. Shows the custom alebribre serpentine play structure as the centerpiece. What's it? Alebrije serpentine play structure. It is gorgeous. You are not going to find another play structure like that. It is custom built. It is breathtaking. Next slide, please. And little hard to read. Maybe you could read it a little bit better, but I want to highlight the funding sources. We have $3.3 million from the County of Los Angeles, what they call Measure A. We have Measure BP reappropriation. This is what we are requesting from Morgan Park to Ana Montenegro Park. And approximately project subtotal is about 4.3 million. We are also asking for what Public Works calls contingency, which is 10% contingency, which is $430,000, and the estimated total project is about $4.7 million dollars, and a little bit more than that. Demonstrates inclusive play, safe play designed for children of all abilities. Let's see, to continue measurable progress on voter-approved park improvements, staff requested the SOC to consider reappropriating $1 million from the Morgan Park Improvements Project to the Ana Montenegro Park project. When we had asked for the Morgan Park funds, you folks graciously said yes, but that project has stalled. We have not received additional grants to move that project forward. So we are asking for a reappropriation, and the park will probably start construction, I would guesstimate, by this summer. This does not cancel Morgan Park improvements. Funding is deferred until the project reaches shovel-ready status. We are continuously applying for grants. I do have a bit of good news. We were notified, and it'll be public information next week, that we have been awarded 2 planning grants. And the planning grants are for Hilda Al Solis and another project that I'm not supposed to talk about yet until next Tuesday. So it will be public next Tuesday, the 17th, or Wednesday, the 17th. So, yes. So please keep an eye out for our social media, for all our great projects. And reappropriating funds now allows the city to proceed to bid on Ana Montenegro Park and advance capital improvements in a timely and fiscally responsible manner. This approach maximizes use of Measure BP funds, ensures continuing project delivery, and upholds the committee's commitment to accountability and progress for the community. And this concludes staff's presentation. If you should have any questions, once again, just to recap, we are asking for the monies to be reappropriated from Morgan Park to Ana Montenegro Park. We are asking for an additional 10% contingency on the total project cost, which is $430,000. Thank you.
Manny, does that mean too that the money's being appropriated because we still don't know the level of funding we would need for Morgan Park, or any monies that would actually go through that to that also that have been identified?
Well,
Hope of it?
yes, we have a very good idea of what Morgan Park would cost, but we traditionally complete projects based on grant funding. So we have a big need in the city. So when we apply for grants, sometimes, and we learned our lesson recently, sometimes we submit 4 or 5 grants because they allow us 5 or 4 grants maximum. So we submit all of them, but I think in the future, we're probably going to be a little bit more selective on what we submit, because the 2 recent ones we received, we're very grateful to the county for selecting us. But it's probably not specifically the ones that we wanted funding. So, but luckily we do have monies to work with, and we feel comfortable within the next 18 months. Ana Montenegro Park will be completed, and the park, you could look at the beautiful play structure. It is a custom piece, and it represents, and it's influenced by the living room of the Montenegro household. So the pastor's been to their house. If you take a close look at their living room, it is inspired from there. We took pictures at their house. We showed them to the architect, and this is what they came up with. And we were really surprised on how they captured the essence of the type of artwork the family loved, especially Mrs. Montenegro. And so we're very happy with how this has evolved.
So happened her niece is sitting in the audience.
Yes.
right now on this, but I do have a question. Since we did allocate money to Morgan Park, legally, it's okay to withdraw and place somewhere else.
Absolutely, sir. We would not do anything illegal. It is called a reappropriation, and we do it from time to time. A prime example is that Morgan Park project that is very near and dear to my heart. We had $800,000 of CDBG funds allocated to that project. Well, for those of you that have been following city government and what we've been doing, we also needed some to repair sidewalks. So $800,000 was reappropriated because we hadn't lined up all the funds yet for Morgan Park. It is still on our radar. We have a half a dozen projects that we need to find funding for. We have Puente Park, which is a new parcel that we purchased that we need to find funds for. So we are not giving up. And we also have Esperanza Villa and Serenity Homes that it looks like we identified funds for the next two years. So we most of our work is through funds, is through grant funds. So we are just not quite there yet for Morgan Park, but we are definitely not giving up. So yes, to answer your question, it is okay to reappropriate the fund. So after, if you folks should approve, we will go to city council and ask for reappropriation. And we are moving forward pretty quick on the review of the architectural plans for the project.
At another point in time, Morgan Park will come and ask for finances.
Absolutely. We have a master plan for Morgan Park. If you could visualize the amphitheater where it's at, we want to move that amphitheater to where the picnic area is at. So rather the performance, the area where the community views everything will be the soccer fields, the football fields, the multi-purpose field. So we definitely have a master plan for that project, and we're working with architects and cost as estimators on trying to make that become a reality.
So Manny, the total ask is 1.4 actually?
1.430. So reappropriation of 1 million and then an allocation of $430,000. And rest assured, any money we do not spend, it will be returned. I do feel comfortable that staff is very sharp and they will capture all of the cost savings possible.
Any other questions?
I just got one question. This is beside the 1 million that we authorized for Morgan Park? This is an additional 1,430,000, or is
The 1 million for Morgan Park is
Yes.
going to be moved to Anna Montenegro
Okay,
Park. They
okay,
call it
okay.
reappropriation.
Okay.
And then we're asking for an additional 430,000 just to cover the 10% contingency for construction.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can we go back a slide to find the location where this thing's gonna be located at?
Well, where it's going to be? It's going to be on the corner of Joan Bridge and Main. So just one street north of Arrow Highway, south of Arrow Highway. Yes. So if you could visualize coming off Arrow Highway and making a left or right, depending on which way you're coming in, this is going to be an entryway to the city of Baldwin Park. I mean, where else are you going to see something like this? You're going to see something like this at a regional park, and this is going to be a pocket park, small pocket park. It's pocket park's about 9,000 square feet. So I don't want to give the false impression it's a regional park, but it has regional park qualities.
Now that I know where it's at, is it in between two residential properties or commercial properties?
There is a residential property, and there is a commercial property. It is zoned for what we're going to use it for. We've been moving this project forward for the past several years. We've applied for multiple grants, and we've secured one through the RMC, Rivers, Mountains and Conservancy. And Maria has identified some flexible funds through the County of Los Angeles. And now we're needing these funds to basically finish off the project. Because the $1 million at Morgan Park is not going to happen anytime soon. I would probably think we're probably 3 years away from approaching the committee and asking for funds. I would like to think it's sooner, but we have so many projects once again that we ask for grants for. It makes it challenging.
Manny, I just looked it up on my phone. Is it the empty plot of land that's on the corner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small parcel.
And all the appropriations have been taken for this.
It looks
Looks like a 4-story building or a
No, I mean, that's why the designer is called an artist. I mean, it's a playground apparatus. When we were growing up, they had spaceships. This is something a little more different and colorful, but it is zoned appropriately. We have been working on hooking up the water, hooking up the electrical and the sewer lines. I believe we're starting construction on a block wall soon, if it hasn't started already. So we have a block wall that's how many feet tall, Maria? 10 feet tall. So we're trying to also be sensitive to the needs of the neighbor that's adjacent. And we are going to design the block wall around their respective property. Their garage is on city property, but we're going just to work around it and still provide enough space where the neighbor could paint their garage or pull weeds or whatever the case is.
Is this the first park that you have the surveillance or the cameras that are linked directly with a police department?
Most of our parks now have that surveillance system. We have it at Morgan Park. We have it at Esperanza, Serenity. We have it on the Ballin Park Greenway project. So we do have them at most of the parks, but I also don't want to mislead the committee. The dispatchers have a lot of responsibility, and they're taking calls from 911 items. So if you could visualize, and maybe one of these days we could take a tour of the dispatch. It is impressive. They have a wall of TV monitors. So they could see them. So the theory is if someone calls and says, I'm at so-and-so park, dispatcher could zoom in on that area and give more detailed, specific instructions to the officer responding to the situation. And maybe pastor's been down to dispatch and seen the monitors.
Well, and kind of look at this, it kind of looked like the monitors that are down there where like this, where they could, the city, whatever. So it's pretty visible.
It's impressive. It's like what you see on TV. It's a wall of TVs.
I think that's great because I didn't know that was something that we had at the parks, and I think it'll be good once we do a motion and if this is approved for us to highlight that, because I know the community had been asking for more vigilance, like more security, safety, so that we could be marking off or checking off a few of the items that they had requested, which was parks, place for the families to play. So it'll be something that we are committed to doing. Another thing would be the safety, having those surveillance. So I think that would just be a good thing to, kind of also showcase to the community so they know that if we do approve this, that we are spending and allocating the funds that are coming in directly for them back to them.
Yes, absolutely. And also want to highlight the lighting of all the parks. They're very well lit. I could use Ballin Park Greenway as an example. They're solar lighting. So we've had issues in the past with folks stealing or reappropriating the copper wires. So then the lights do not work. So we went solar. We're going solar at this park. Our surveillance system is solar as well. So we then you folks have also funded a CSO, community service officers, I believe two of them, which our goal is for those folks to kick off this summer. So if you could visualize the parks having surveillance system, they're well lit, and then we'll have a truck driving up on top of the grass with a uniformed community service officer. They will not be armed, but they definitely have access to dispatch to call immediately. So it's just another layer of having a park ranger in this city. It will be called a community service officer.
And I have one more question.
Yeah.
Would there be a possibility of having some sort of recognition or highlighting that this is in part funded by like the SOC committee when there's, the grand opening,
Absolutely. That's a great idea. The person to my left handles the talking points for our elected officials, as well as she has the pulse of the social media staff. So we will definitely do that. And I believe Maria has already implemented some elements of that request into the state of the city, which will be filmed next month. So we are definitely trying to give credit where credit is deserved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, a reminder of SOC committee to be a part of the opening. There's just a handful of us at these openings. So it'd be nice that we lent them the money to get there, that they know who the committee is.
And one last item, the CSOs, the community service officers can't cite. They can give tickets. So that's something that will be useful for smoking in the park or doing something inappropriate, even parking in the red zone.
I had a few questions, Manny. Is this a fully gated park or is it open to?
Yeah, those are great questions. The park is fully gated. It will be it will be similar to Walnut Creek Nature Park. It will open 8 a.m. in the morning and close probably about 8 p.m. We're going to say dusk, but approximately about that time. See, we're in a difficult situation because we have so little park space. It really is counterproductive to have a park that's locked up. So the youngsters are looking at this beautiful masterpiece, and it's lit, but the park is closed. But we do want to be sensitive to the neighborhood, so it will most likely close at dusk, and it should be have a surveillance system. We'll have a restroom. We'll have lights, benches, and a drinking fountain, and we'll have a very high-tech surveillance system. The surveillance system is the best of the best. It's what the police department has. We have multiple systems within the city, and the one we've been utilizing lately is called Verkada. And it is one of the best systems. You work at the airport, so maybe you folks use it there. It is very high tech, and in police circles, one of the best of the best.
You said that presence there. I'm just asking a question. Is there gonna be somebody from the city manning this park, or is it gonna?
No,
be
it is
park?
a drop-in type of park. There is no building. It is very low maintenance. We will have staff come in and out all day long, checking the restrooms and things of that nature. But if you could visualize Morgan Park with the playground, You pop in and you pop out. The kids will be able to play, have fun, burn some steam, get a little tired, get some sun, and then go back home.
Where that question is going, is there gonna be a follow-up, request for funding to supplies, et cetera, for the park from the SOC committee, or this?
Wonderful question, but no, there should not be any type of request because the facility is not large enough to house those type of activities.
So the city, the park will come by and maintain the restrooms
Yes,
budget that is already present.
yes.
I'd ask.
Very good questions. Thank you.
So we're gonna vote on this, right?
Yes.
So what we're gonna vote on is the 430,000 because the 100,000, million.
Had already been approved.
Yes, yes.
But you're going to authorize
The
staff to
transfer.
reappropriate it to this project.
Okay.
That's what I was kind of.
So is it one motion or two, Shirley? One altogether?
It's within the
Okay.
recommendation where it's the $1 million to reappropriate
And the
and the contingency.
Okay, okay. Can I get a motion for approval of the Ana Montenegro Park project?
I will do make a motion to approve the Ana Montenegro Park reappropriation of the $1 million and the requested 430,000.
Thank you.
I second.
I have a first and a second. Member Hernandez,
Yes.
Member Marta Carcamo,
Yes.
Member Orozco,
Yes.
Vice Chair Jackson,
Yes.
Chair Lara,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to item 5, consideration of funding requests for Susan Rubio Zocalo Park programming, events, and maintenance.
Okay, very good. I will go ahead and provide a brief presentation. Today's presentation highlights a funding request for Susan Rubio Zocalo Park. We are requesting funding to support program, events, and ongoing maintenance at Zocalo Park. The activities are designed to align with the goals and priorities of Measure BP. Next slide. Okay. Since the park's opening in September of 2024, we have hosted over 80 events with more than 3,700 participants. Popular events include Art in the Park, DIY, Kids Club, Twilight Tunes, which we had a fantastic one just last week or 2 weeks ago, and Familia Fridays. Next slide, please. Kids Club is on Wednesdays. Kids Club focuses on seasonal crafts and engaging activities designed to inspire creativity and learning. Next slide, please. Art in the Park DIY series takes place every first and third Wednesdays of the month, sparking creativity through hands-on art projects for all ages. The program encourages families to connect in a fun, welcoming environment while celebrating the neighborhood's cultural diversity. Past projects have included seasonal and themed crafts such as Mardi Gras, Curious Bunny, Positive Through Painting, Frog Pots, Holiday Candle Centerpiece, Dodger Stockings, Mickey Hot Pod. Next slide, please. Twilight Tunes takes place on the second and fourth Friday of each month, offering a lively mix of entertainment for the whole community. The series features diverse performances from live music and traditional dance to interactive activities showcasing local talent and cultural celebrations. Highlights include ballet folklorico, DJ, mariachis, trick ropes, karaoke, Dia de los Muertos celebration, and one that I mentioned just a second ago, putas and banda, That was a big hit. We had close to 400 people, if not more. It was also streamed live on Facebook. So next slide, please. Familia Fridays takes place on the first and third Friday of each month and brings families together for interactive activities, themed celebration, and community fun at Susan Rubio Socola Park. These events are designed to create memorable experience for all ages through entertainment, creative activities, and special seasonal programmings. Highlights include extreme games, Star Wars characters and arts and crafts, free video game, truck and and a DJ, corks and canvases that was very popular, heroes in the making, Santa pajamas, party and movie night. Additionally, a portion of the funds to is dedicated to facility maintenance and operational support covering landscape, upkeep, cleaning, repairs, and equipment fencing and other essential site management activities necessary to preserve the park's safety and functionality. And I think that was my last slide. This concludes staff's presentation. Any questions, comments?
Yeah, I have one.
Yes, sir.
maybe, in the use of the park, there has been several times that the business association has used the room back there for meetings. There's also at the time of the Officer Samuel passing away, we had a prayer visual there at the park with the pastors for Samuels and his family.
Yes, the park is used for a wide array of activities, events. It is open space, so folks could go there. And we have Zumba from the adjacent church that they meet there most mornings. But I've seen them. I don't recall specifically what days, but they are out there moving and staying healthy. So the park is definitely used. And we also utilize the meeting rooms for staff, for Baldwin Park Business Association, or anyone else that needs to utilize the rooms.
I got one question. Well, actually two. Several people, they asked me why the restrooms are not open. They had a sign, if you need the restrooms, go to the city hall and use the ones we have there. The other one, what was the purpose of the umbrella right in the middle?
Yeah, I'll start off with the umbrella. They have a name for the umbrella. Do you mind? Sombria. And that
Sombrilla.
is supposed to be a public art piece.
Because
I know some.
the tradition is have that kiosk right in the center. So I was kind of curious why.
Yeah, so it was the discretion of the artist to create that type of atmosphere. So I think people are still getting used to it. Maybe it'll look a little different once the trees fill in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And then in regards to the restrooms, the intent was always to have a business operate in the two retail spots. We have not been able to secure a business yet. And with all honesty, I'm not sure if we will anytime anytime soon. We're working on an alternative plan to bring in other type of businesses to activate the space. Still in the works, so it is viewed a little bit more as a pocket park, and the restrooms here at City Hall are all open. So it is a little bit of an inconvenience to walk across the street. That's why for Anna Montenegro Park, we are putting restrooms at the park versus a neighborhood park where some folks think, well, I'm just going to go home and use the restroom. Well, Baldwin Park has very little park space. We have 0.03 of park per 1,000 people of acres. So Los Angeles County has 3.3 acres per 1,000. We have 0.3 or 0.03, Maria? We have 3, which is 10% of the space that we should have. So very minimal park space. 26% of our residents live within a half a mile of a park versus Los Angeles County. 49% of their residents live within a half mile of a park. So park space is crucial within our community, and that's why you've seen a big push on trying to upgrade and create active spaces.
Mhm. The closer of the park on Nature Park, that's what you call it, nature or Walnut Creek.
Walnut Creek Nature Park.
I noticed there's a door or gate open into the new bicycle pad. Is that open or is that remains closed to the public?
Great question. It is a form of transportation, safe, guarded transportation. So the only gate that locks at dusk is the gate separating Walnut Creek Nature Park. But the other gates along the wash, they call it Baldwin
Yes.
Park Greenway, is open. We have the gate closed for a vehicle to drive in, but anyone with a bike, walking, pedestrian, you could definitely make your way in. It is lit, so we are keeping a close eye on it. That is, we are incorporating best practices in terms of what other communities do. Not all communities add lights, and they keep it open still.
Yeah.
But we have lights on ours.
So our park rangers are going to be able to go on that trail. You know, it starts in I think on Ramona.
Yes, yes,
And
park
right there in Amar.
park rangers,
Yes.
and we have Baldwin Park Police Department, and then we have off-road vehicles that look like they're a lot of fun to drive. That could also go into the riverbed and go on the hard to reach places. So I think we pretty much have our bases covered in terms of supervision of that area.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I want to bring us back to the Zocalo Park request.
Yes.
So right now we had approved 200,000 before, and there's still a balance of 49,000. So,
Have you talk on that?
this, or has it been updated, or is that still a balance that you have?
I don't think it's been updated.
No? Okay.
No.
So you're out of the 200,000 already?
We exhausted the funds.
Okay. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure because I saw that there was still available. So, so then it's fair to say that you are requesting to refill or to get the 200,000 again, for
Yes.
these. Okay.
Yes, and just for clarification, internally, we discussed this request. You folks had approved it for 3 years, but out of full transparency, we wanted to make sure we come back, provide you an update and request it one more time.
And I think it's great, all these images, I myself have participated or had family members participate, and I think it's a great way to get the community active and engaged, and promotes family unity in the community, and also bringing arts and the creative arts to our youth, to our kids. So it's really great what the Zocalo Park and the staff have done. So I think, again, going back to the request of the community and how they wanted us to invest our money or the funds, this is another great example of investing back into the community for, for the kids, for our youth, for our families, to be able to, to engage and again, reap the benefits of this extra tax that we pay in our community.
And it's free, so it's inclusive for everybody. Really quick, I just wanted to confirm, because I'm reading the language. So is it for $200,000 or is it for $400,000?
It's 200,000 per fiscal year, and it'll carry over to the next year if there's any balance.
I'm sorry, I saw so I thought it was two separate allotments of 200,000.
Yeah, and just for clarification, it was when we approached you a few years ago, it was an ask for three. I think we asked for 1 year and you folks recommended 3 years. So that's why we're coming back. We already spent the funds for year one and now we're asking for year two and year three. In a year, we will come back again and provide a update.
I have a question on this. We're backtracking, which is good, but I'll also, and the park is good, but I'm also looking at the needs of the community of some of the things that we had discussed in the past that has not yet been approved or done. And we're backing up for additional funds.
Yes. Is there anything in particular, or maybe our next meeting, we could have a goal setting session, or we could come up with a list of items you would like to see move forward. But I do want to be completely transparent and share with the committee, we only have so much staff. We have a capacity challenge. So we have numerous CIP projects, which are public works type of projects. And with all honesty, we're having some challenges on completing these projects. We internally, we say it's very challenging. They're heart attack type of projects because we are working up until the due date of when we could spend the money, when we could submit reimbursement, and there's a lot of hoops to jump through. So I don't want to mislead anyone. If you say to do this project A, it could happen overnight. It's going to wait in line. A prime example is Anna Montenegro Park. We asked for that 6 years ago, 5 years ago, and we're only where we're at here today. Council chambers, we asked for that project multiple years ago. It's going to council to go out to bid next council meeting or the following council meeting. And the ARPA funds need to be exhausted by the end of this calendar year. So to say staff is under a tremendous amount of pressure is probably an understatement. We are analyzing all the different projects, all the funding sources, and we're trying to make magic, but it is very challenging.
Yeah. One example about the projects that we talk about it, and I believe who was the the previous public works in charge?
Oh yes, we could
Yes,
just
Sam
say
Gutierrez.
yes. Our previous
He
works
comes
director.
and we discussed this about the project of the bus stops benches, for the people to sit or have some kind of a shade. What are the possibilities for that to happen, and how long is it going to take?
Yeah, we could definitely add that to the next agenda since it's not agendized, and we could probably have a brainstorming session. We are moving forward on the sidewalks. So we are making improvements.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we're making some significant improvements, and those items are on our list. So we could definitely agendaize this topic and chat a little bit more, and I could bring in the public works director. But all of the staff have a tremendous amount of workloads. Internally, we're trying to figure out if we could hire staff for a 1 year basis, a 2 year basis, and utilize the funding from that specific funding source. So say it's Measure W, we could utilize that funding source to help bring us up to speed in terms of these projects.
Because Sam's supposed to come back to us with a report on how much it was going to be spent, but we never got that report at all.
Okay, I could definitely check with our public works director and we could agendaize that specific item for a future meeting.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we can circle back to the item 5. Are there any other questions? Can I get a motion for the funding request for the Susan Rubio Zocalo Park programming events and maintenance?
What was the word?
I motion.
I'm sorry,
It's okay. Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. Member Hernandez,
yes.
member Marta Carcamo,
Yes.
member Orozco,
Yes.
Vice Chair Jackson,
Yes.
Chair Lara,
Yes.
motion passes.
So now we'll move on to stakeholders oversight committee / staff requests and communications. So yes, I think we need to revisit some of the things that were brought forth because I do realize that just the example of the bus stops, I know there was going to be a survey. And then I know that if at all possible and the city was able to navigate that, then they would not necessarily come back to the SOC committee for future fund, for any sort of funding support. So I think just being able to get updates on that, because I even remember the senior center being brought up. But just circling back, so it doesn't seem that we're neglecting those projects, and we're not trying to add more to anybody's plate, Manny, because I know there's many more restrictions than just staffing, but just so that it's very transparent as far as we haven't forgotten about those requests.
Absolutely. I'll work closely with Shirley to take a look at the minutes to see if there's anything that we have missed. We have had changeover of staff. Our newest public works director has been with us for about 7 months, so he's still catching up. He's done a wonderful job. He's developed a team. He came to work on his first day, and I believe he only had one other colleague in public works in the engineering team, and now he has about a half a dozen, but staff is still moving on to different agencies for better opportunities.
I know that we are in a long-term situation with the sports arena, but I also think it would be good every now and then bringing up some type of update, what progress or what is being done.
Very
about
good.
the-
Yes, we could definitely do that. That's the type of feedback I need to hear back. We have had some discussions with the school district. We have refined our conceptual a little bit more. So we are getting ready to share it with the city council, the committee, the school board. We're working out the kinks with Ballin Park Unified School District. Maria and I tend to want a little bit more property. They want to provide us a little bit less property. We have a former school board member. So hopefully we will find a happy place where we could create some open space for the community. I want more than just rehabbing the baseball fields. I would like to see open space, playground, additional parking, lighting, things of that nature. So we have had numerous meetings with the Little League organizations and the youth groups. So we are definitely making some progress. So we'll share that at the next meeting.
And that's
Where
what
we-
thank you for the update. I was wondering, what has happened. I know you guys are having meetings, behind, behind closed doors. I guess you can't share everything, but I think it would be good to just add that to the agenda. Going forward, and just if there's no update, we can just cover it and say there are no updates. But if there are updates, I think again, to what Pastor Jackson has said, it's something that we started with, and I think it's, we just owe it to the community to give an update. Even if we have not moved the needle, forward, we could say we've tried this, and at this point there's no change. But I think it'll be a good idea to have it on there.
Very, very good. And just as a FYI, the city and the school district negotiated an MOU for the property across the street at Zocalo Park. There is a big triangle type of parcel, maybe as big as maybe half the size of the council chambers. So that helped complete that project across the street. So we finally had that MOU executed. So now we're moving forward to the sports projects. But don't want to mislead anyone. I would love to say we're going to break ground in 6 months, but we're probably
I'm gonna have to head
multiple
in.
years away.
We have to stop talking about
Okay.
this because it's not agenda item,
Okay.
and we're sticking to one subject as far as the sports arena. So we need to, I'm sorry. Well,
No, you're correct. So anybody
Thank you,
else,
Shirley.
any items they want on the agenda next month? Anything else? No? Okay. Thank you. So seeing as we are done with the meeting, I will call this meeting to close at 6:42 PM, and we look forward to seeing you all next month. Thank you.
Thank you very much.